Another week has come and gone, so let's look at the highlights as we go towards the end of the regular season. Atlanta hosts Tampa Bay in a big matchup. Atlanta currently in the playoff hunt, but they're going to have to have a very strong finish. And it was a very good game against these division rivals. Atlanta with a 2-point lead up to this point. Then Tampa was able to tie it and then take the lead here. And then take a 2-point lead, but then Atlanta fought back. Now just one goal down, but Tampa's goal there, big advantage, but then Atlanta gets to 1 point in game and then has that big goal, sends them to overtime, where Tampa Bay is able to win, and they will have a chance for the top seed in the conference, and they're definitely in the hunt for their personal division as well. As for Atlanta, the path will get a lot slimmer after this loss. They definitely need to win out and have a poor finish from West Virginia. Didn't have coverage because Columbus has pretty much given up in the season, so it was a blowout loss to New England, who is now in the playoffs as well. So we head over to New York, and another blowout loss against these two teams. New York out of the playoffs, still tried hard to try and beat their rivals, Great Britain, trying to go for their division. They have a chance to St. Louis, but they're going to have a really good finish, and this was a great way to get it kicked off for a good finish to the season. New York did have some positive notes. They definitely look like a stronger team this season than they have in the past few seasons. Just need to get some things changed up, and then maybe they can be contenders next season. But as for this one, a blowout win, full bars in this game for Great Britain as we head to Texas and Las Vegas. Outside looking in, need a big finish, and this was a big game against their rivals. Texas looking for the top seed. They're in the third spot, but they can make a big jump with a win and a loss for Phoenix. But first they need to win. But now they're down 1 point, and then they tie it up here, so it's 3-3, and a bit of a high-score game, as is to be expected for Texas. Tied at 4 up to this point before Texas was able to take the lead. And then Las Vegas, a huge goal to get to 5-5, and then Texas gets it to 6, and then Las Vegas gets it to 6 and brings it to overtime. Let's take a look at the whole thing, pretty much right off the bat. In this one, Texas gets control, and then here it is, the goal for the win, and they remain in the hunt. Las Vegas now slims the path to try and make it to the playoffs. Here's another team on the outside looking in. And then St. Louis trying to get that top speed. They have to win in this game to maintain their status as the first team in National Conference. Colorado currently in the 6th position. They can jump in with a win and a loss for Los Angeles. It's tied at 3, and we are in overtime in this huge game, division rivalry. What a great week this was. We had 4 overtime games. Overall, on both sides, very strong performance on the defense. You can see barely saved there as time was running out. Slay was under a lot of pressure by the offense for Colorado, but they were able to get the clear as time ran out. He could save and bring it to overtime. And very fast-paced overall game was, and the overtime, very exciting and fast-paced. Great game between these two rivals, and with seeds in the playoff line as well. You can see they're just trying to hang on, but then the centers for St. Louis unaware, but then they were able to get the clear, bring it to their offense. There's Moss, had an amazing season, trying to end the game, and it was a great save for Porker, and another great save, and then they get the clear. There's Cora in the center scorer for Colorado, who's had a very lackluster season. Really, everyone pretty much on this Colorado team has had a lackluster season. There is Stanton, the star scorer. St. Louis unable to score on that attempt. So then the defense gets another clear to bring to their offense. They hang on, and a great save for Porker, and another great save, very high-paced. Great save for Porker to keep the game alive and get it to their offense. It's in center. Colorado gets the clear. Slay under pressure, but then the defense stands again. Very exciting overtime. Another Stanton going for the win, putting a lot of pressure on Porker, and he holds up strong. And then there's the clear, and there's Cora off the post. Multiple shots. Great saves for Slay, but then one finally breaks through for Colorado, and they get the win over the rivals, and they are in the playoff hunt. Next, we travel to Los Angeles, and this game is delayed due to the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles. And they're going up against Phoenix, and they're currently in the 5th spot, but a loss would put them outside that. and give Colorado the lead in the conference, and Phoenix put on a great display in this one. Still some positive news for Los Angeles, but Phoenix overall the better contender in this one. And Phoenix is also looking for the top seed, and they would get into that top seed with a win. So very high stakes for them and both of these teams, really. And Phoenix rose to the occasion. Time was winding down. They were able to get the clear there and end the game. So now they are on top of the National Conference as we head over to this great rivalry between Pennsylvania and West Virginia. Pennsylvania fighting for the top seed, and there's a big goal for them. West Virginia trying to get that 5th seed in the American Conference. A win here would all but clinch it, and great save there for Chris Berry. And then a clear by Packer and a goal for Pennsylvania. They're up 2. Up to this point, it's been a while since West Virginia was able to get a win over Pennsylvania. And now 2 goals down, but a goal by Dest to cut it to 1. You have to feel like West Virginia is just thirsty for a win against their big-time rivals in Pennsylvania. It's been a long time since that's happened, and Pennsylvania up 2 goals at this point. A bit of a low-score matchup. Wasn't looking good for them, but then that goal to cut it back to 1. Then Pennsylvania kept their momentum going, and another goal from the center, and then we head into the third, and they are now 2 goals down, but they put up that one early after their iconic song plays at the start. Crowd very much into it here at John Wynn Stadium on a Monday night, rounding out the week. And then a clear for Pennsylvania, but then an immediate clear for West Virginia, and the responsiveness by Dust to get that goal, tie it up as time was winding down. Crowd going crazy as we are in overtime in a very big game here. Exciting matchup for sure. And we'll just show you almost the entirety of this overtime. Very exciting one. As this one's in center. West Virginia trying to clear, and they're able to get it there, but Pennsylvania clears it right back. Sanders Rodriguez, Porker in the center, their star scorer. 2 great saves for Blueberry, the brother of the goaltender on the other side, Chris Berry. And the immediate clear to get it back over to right. Pennsylvania, great time for possession. That one off the post, and nearly clinch it there again, putting the pressure on, but instead it's a goal for the defense after it looked like Pennsylvania was going to break through to get the win. Instead, West Virginia scores with the defensive goal for their first win against their rivals, Pennsylvania, since 2020, when it was Swift's first game. What a great finish to an amazing week. Let's take a look at the standings. Pennsylvania still on top. No divisions have been clinched on either side, but now Phoenix with a top seed for the National Conference, and on the outside looking in now Los Angeles and Colorado now with that 5th spot. Western still holding on to the 5th spot. They're not quite in yet, and Cape Cod, pretty easy finish, but I have to imagine with Pennsylvania playing pretty much given up. Columbus team looks like they're about to clinch the conference anyway and their division, and just trying to hold on to that 2nd seed as Tampa Bay knocking on the door trying to get their division. What a big finish it should be to this season.